is good, everybody? I'm extra excited today because that's the attitude I'm picking for how terrible the weather is. It's very cold. It's like 0 degrees and pouring rain. Yay! I have my favorite two people here. Daiki, he's freezing. And my Canadian friend, freezing as well.
It's a little cold.
It's a little cold. You look like you've got more layers than Daiki. We're all huddled around the heater. It's nearly time to go out and drive the Skyline. It's wet, so, I mean, it's a good time to do a shakedown, obviously, because it's wet, less crazy, less heat, that kind of thing, but I definitely was hoping for a dry day, but weather. Hopefully later on today, the weather does say it should stop raining soon. Oh, wow. How is that not in a ditch? We're driving the Skyline. We back, baby, we back. Also, my handbrake light. I don't know if we unplugged it or something when we took out all the interior to remove the shifter, but it's like permanently on. So I need to look into that at some point. But I don't really see it if I look at the digital dash, so we should be okay. Let's see what this thing's like in the wet and if I remember how to drive this car. I'm gonna just take it easy, I think. See if I remember how to drive this thing. We know the limits of that. Just gotta be my toe touching the throttle a bit, but this feels really good. Not bad at all. Days call for miso soup. Look at this. This is where it's at. Look who came to visit. It's Juju.
What's up, guys?
Normally Juju's helping at FD rounds and stuff like that, helping in the mechanic section. What do you think of today? What do you think of today?
It's cold and rainy, and yeah, I'm excited to ride in the Skyline though.
Yeah, we're gonna take it for a couple passenger laps. It should be good. It's still wet. It's not as heavy the rain now, and it's supposed to stop in like an hour, but I don't know. I don't trust the weather. They're doing a Doricon right now, which is like a low-key kind of drift competition. You get a little bit of cash money and all that kind of stuff. We weren't allowed to compete in it because we're a guest. This EK Civic is amazing. There's an EG Civic too. That's actually out on track right now. There it is. They're drifting. Just skinny tires on the back and pulling the e-brake. This Safari keeps throwing me off. I love that there's still like a clean Safari here drifting. I know, like I said at the start of the video, like why is that not in a ditch? Because that's literally the meme. These things, they were like a dime a dozen in New Zealand and Australia, and because they were so cheap, everyone would just kind of wreck them and stuff in ditches and wrap them around power poles. But to see one here in the wild at the track is such a rare treat in Japan. Something else that I learned recently is apparently Nissan produced the Safari in China, and it was a factory car there. Don't quote me on this. This is just my friend in China telling me about this. Blaine Echo, she told me this. But they're like 800 bucks apparently with an RB20 turbo in China. Left-hand drive too. Left-hand drive Cefi. That sounds sick. So I don't know if anyone's ever thinking about buying a ton of those in China and shipping them over to the States, but there's your business plan and idea right there. Get on it. Send me one. Popped out of gear, I think. Nah, I broke the transmission. Definitely transition. I'm glad we can still drive, like move. Probably just second gear shit. Convinced this car's cursed. We just blew second gear. In the wet. The Hardcore 33. This thing's great. It's definitely a little bit of an S14 kind of day. Zenkis, man. One day I'll get a Zenki. Maybe I should get a Zenki for my Meihan missile.
100%.
Yeah. Love it. And then a line of Hachirokus. Apparently in yesterday's final bout, a Hachiroku team won. Oh, we've seen this one before because his trunk is a little tap. Oh, so good. I think that's Suzuki Swift Yellow. Dude, so many 8.6s here today. I mean, it's perfect weather for it, right? Perfect weather for an 8.6.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I wouldn't want to crash into this guy. Look at look how thick his crash bar is. I don't know if you can see it through there. He's gonna bounce off you. You're gonna bounce off that. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see it really well there. Really thick crash bar. I like it. The green lights are cool. Oh dang, this thing had a little mishap today. I don't think you can find like this many 8.6s together at any other event in the world than here. Just casually like this. Some more 8.6s up there and more S14 Zenkis. I'm actually really digging all the Zenkis. The 180's kind of fire though. But this 13's got me really excited for mine in the States. I really don't know what to do with my 13 in the US right now, but this would be cool if we had some kind of crazy aero like this on it. I like that. Aggressive. Not bad. Drifting in the wet is fun from a driver's perspective just because it's double XP, triple XP, right? But as a spectator, it's not that interesting. Right? It's definitely cool. But you gotta put up with the rain and it's cold and the cars aren't going as fast, there's no smoke. Oh, he went swimming. Whoa. Look at that stock GR86 shredded. There it goes. Yo! Oh! Come on, John. Damn, he's doing great. This Cephei's still got a 20 NA in here. He's got headers on it, but I can't get over how clean the engine bay is. It's beautiful. Definitely a good winter car, like a winter rain car. I mean, that's probably why he's running small, skinny wheels on the back too. I love it. Sunroof model. The interior is amazing. It's all been redone. Oh, that's so cool. I dig this so much. Damn, now I want a Cephei. This is probably like the only one I've seen in like 2 years though. They're so hard to come by here in Japan. Well, the sun finally came out. It's still raining a bit. And I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but a rainbow started from literally the car park of Nikko Circuit right there. It's crazy. Wait, hang on. Guys. There's a pot of gold at the end of that, right there. Yeah. Can you believe this, guys? This is a freaking postcard picture right here. I can't believe it. The roads are dry, everything's dry, beautiful sunset, nice clear skies out there, beyond the clouds. Where was this weather like 7 hours ago? You win some, you lose some. We're now back at the shop and I want to throw the Skyline on the lift right away. I was just talking to Daiki. I don't remember putting transmission oil in the Skyline. Now this is the problem when you're working on cars and stuff like that, especially when you have multiple projects. And I remember putting the transmission back in the car when I was doing a stream, and I don't remember putting transmission fluid in it. I'm a little worried if we forgot it. Neither of us can remember doing it. I'm sure we did, but maybe we didn't. I don't know. I have no distinct memory of it. And if that's the reason why this transmission blew up, well, then it's on me. At least it's only second gear, but still, I doubt it. It has to have fluid because it lasted a whole dyno tune and test drives and stuff like that on the street. And I imagine if a transmission didn't have fluid on it, it'd be making a ton of noise. I think it was just a really tired old transmission. This thing, I drifted it for like, what, 4 years non-stop? And then the previous owner before me drifted this car. So who knows how old the transmission was in this thing. And it definitely copped a beating when I was learning to drift. A lot of times I'd lift up the e-brake and not have my foot on the clutch when I was first starting. So I think just, it was already a tired transmission, probably pretty worn out, had some fractures or stuff in second gear. And now the car makes power. A few clutch kicks in the wet with some grippy tires, and second gear gave out. That's what I think happened. But still, I don't remember putting oil in the transmission, so I want to make sure I definitely didn't make that mistake. I couldn't sleep last night over that. So let's find out. She's definitely not happy. Listen to this thing in neutral. Just listen to this. Let's go to second gear. Clutch out. Just spinning. It's in gear, but it's spin. Nothing's happening. Nothing. Put it in first gear, car moves. So, she definitely gone. Got the car on the lift, and other than the transmission popping, everything else went really, really well. We had a small little fire on this side with some of the Velcro heat sleeving, the little plastic on the Velcro caught on fire, and that was because the heat sleeving on the water line and oil line kind of flicked backwards into the manifold a little bit and was touching it. What I'm gonna do is probably redo a little bit of it with a little bit more slack and safety wire everything. And I'll do that at the same time when I replace this water line, and we'll bring it up over the top of the turbo with probably like a 120 bend there or something, just so everything's really far away from the manifold, and then we should be good. But otherwise, everything else went great. No major issues with the car, but the transmission. This thing's up here, it's balanced well, she's not gonna fall. We'll send it up and we'll find out. I think we did put fluid in it. There's silicone sealant on this and this, which usually means I touched it. Let's find out though. I don't have any markers on these though. And usually I'd mark it with a pen like I did with all the bolts here. This I didn't do, but that should have had marks on it. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Do you think we put oil in this? Do you remember?
I'm not I didn't. I think inside the oil.
Oh, it was loose?
そんなにタイトじゃないね。
Oh no. If it's not tight, then maybe I didn't put oil in it. I'm gonna be really annoyed. These transmissions are usually okay. Like, we're only on 500. Oh. I don't see any oil coming out yet. Oh no. Any oil? Oh, there's oil. Why is it so black? Wait.
変えてないでしょ
There's no oil in it. Yeah, there was no, it wasn't full. Is that it? Or is it just blocked? I'm an idiot. I never put oil in the transmission. Oh my god. Is it just blocked with chunks? Nope. 100% forgot to put oil in the transmission. I cannot believe that. I literally cannot believe that. Well, there's a reason why I was not sleeping on this. I definitely forgot to put fluid in the transmission. I think this goes without saying, guys. If you don't put oil in your transmission, you're gonna blow it up. I feel like the biggest idiot right now. I can't believe we missed that. I was so excited on everything else, completely just forgot to put oil in the trans. Wow, I'm an idiot.
まあでも otherwise lucky ね if the dry 多分 you can one lap
I'm so mad. I'm so upset.
see the magnets
There's just stuff everywhere on it.
oh
There's a piece of gear. That's my second gear. Well, now we know why we blew it. These transmissions aren't usually weak. We just forgot to put fluid in it. And when I say we, I mean I forgot to put fluid in it. I should have written, like, I'm surprised like I didn't write it on the whiteboard or anything, but I am never putting a transmission in without doing trans oil now, ever, period, full stop. What an expensive mess up. Oh well.
What?
Remember when I told you I didn't remember putting transmission oil in the transmission and neither did Daiki?
Oh no!
Yep. We all forgot. And when I say we, I mean me. I should have written on the whiteboard that, but remember I was here till like 1 o'clock in the morning. I put the trans in and I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. Well, I guess after that, I just never wrote anywhere to put oil in or put a reminder anywhere. And yeah, the transmission had no oil in it this whole time. It had the tiniest bit left in it and that was it. So that's why we blew it up.
But it survived the dyno.
Yeah, I don't know how it survived the dyno. That is insane. To be honest, every gear is probably stuffed in that thing now. No oil. So here are some of the pieces of the broken gears that came out of the transmission. And the first thing you can notice is I've cleaned these and see how black and kind of blue and stained they are? That's what happens when things overheat in your transmission. The gears and everything turns black. And yeah, probably there's gonna be no salvageable parts in this transmission purely because everything got so hot in there. And yeah, well, if you've ever wanted to know what happens if you're on a transmission with no oil, that's what happens. I know it's pretty self-explanatory. Geez, look at all these pieces of my gears. But yeah, I never thought I would ever forget that. Never. I'm definitely feeling like a complete idiot right now. Like I said, that was the last thing I thought I would have forgotten. And yeah, doesn't feel good. Does not feel good to know that the only reason why you blew a transmission was because of that. But I am trying to look at the positive side of things, and at least it wasn't because of my driving being too hard on the gear or R154 problems, because we all know I've gone through pretty much 5 of those transmissions because of me getting the wrong clutch for it at the time. So, maybe I'll put a stock one in for now, or, you know, I was thinking about putting a cross transmission in this anyway, so like, you know, I can still get like an OS Gaiken cross transmission or something for it, which I think would be really, really cool, straight cut gears and everything, but I just feel like such an idiot. I called Okachan and a few other people that run shops here just to share the situation and laugh about it. And yes, they did make fun of me, but also they shared their stories of their own mishaps. And it does seem like if you're a mechanic at some point, somehow, we all make this mistake, whether you get distracted or you're doing a late night or something like that, whether you forget to put oil in the trans, the diff, it eventually does happen. And you always remember it. So it was good to know I wasn't alone in that, but at the same time, I still feel so dumb It's like the one thing I never thought I would forget was putting oil in a transmission, but here we are. Anyways, I'm gonna put some more things in place now, and I'm gonna probably just have a big sticker that says no oil in transmission whenever I put a trans in and don't put the oil in. But yeah, anyways, it happened. And if there's one thing that I've always been upfront and honest with you guys with my journey and making videos is my mistakes. I always like to show them to you because it can prevent you guys from making the same stupid, silly mistake. So if you don't remember putting transmission oil in your transmission, maybe just go check real quick, because I would hate for you to go through what I'm feeling right now. But that aside, we already got a plan in place. I think we're probably going to be going with some kind of cross transmission in this, and people are making calls on my behalf, so hopefully we'll have something sorted and it'll be a better transmission anyways. I just think it's really ironic and really funny because I filmed a shot of me like hitting the fling and saying, please don't break a transmission, and well, we broke a transmission. Enough moping around though, going over the rest of the car and checking over everything. We had a pretty good shakedown, all things considered. We have that little coolant leak that is either coming from the top radiator hose where it connects to the intake manifold, or it's the water pump that didn't seal properly, the gasket. The other thing is I can see my front seal has been weeping a little bit, so we're probably gonna have to take the harmonic balancer off and all the timing stuff off anyways and address those issues and just make sure we're all good. We don't want this thing leaking anything, and we can reseal that whole thing up. So that's not the end of the world, that's like half a day's job. But yeah, we'll get the trans switched out in the next few days and get this thing running because there's some more events that I wanna get this thing dialed in for. My main thing right now is we've done like the big shakedown, the first drift event. We found a few issues, we'll get it fixed. And then after that, make sure there's no more issues for a couple more events. And then this thing will be pretty much ready. Because there's one thing that I want this thing to be able to do is drive to the track, drive and drift all day, and then drive back home. I want to be able to have that street reliable drift car again, and that's what this thing used to be, but it makes a lot more power now. So we just got to make sure with the new engine package and everything's all safe and good, and then we'll be good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, mistakes happen to all of us. Try not to beat me up too hard in the comment section, but at the same time, kind of deserve it. Also, a lot of you guys have been asking about this chaser. This is not mine, I'm storing it here for a friend. I'm sure you'll find out about it later in some other content. But thanks for watching, guys. Smash the like button, write a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Turn notifications on too, please. Thank you, and we'll have that thing up and running in no time with a way better transmission. Maybe I should just go PPG sequential. That would be baller on a street car. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. All right, you go. It's time for your first vlog. You ready?